Good morning, everybody. Welcome back. I'm going to do something a little bit different today. I just finished working out. We're going to go into Publix and I'm going to film something that I want to try to show you guys. So let's go see what I find. So you saw what I did there. I am getting a 2-day detox cleanse. We're going to go through all that when we get back home, because I know that as we start the new year, these fad diets and lifestyle changes become the most popular way to shed the extra holiday pounds. And a common way, an easy, quote-unquote easy way that a lot of manufacturers put out are these 2-day detox, in quotations, cleanses. So we're going to do a challenge over the next few days, and we're going to compare this juice cleanse, this is a juice cleanse, to just a good old-fashioned water cleanse. So let's get back home. Let's break down how we're going to do it, and I'll tell you what the ingredients are. You saw the cost. The cost was almost $19 down here in Florida for 1 gallon. They want you to do a gallon per day and drink water intermittently throughout the day. So we're going to compare that to free water from your sink. And we're going to look at the results, measure those, see which one is best. So I got back and was going to surprise Jules, and she was out with the pup. So I got a shower, and now she's going to film me. I'm going to take you through this. Yes. Uh-oh. Look here. That does not bode well to start the day off. This is
just for the record, we're filming this on December the 26th. So it's 2 days.
Reboot.
Did you get it on sale?
No.
Even though it's 2 days out?
No.
Do you still have your receipt?
I didn't even look. Yes, I do.
We're off to a great start.
We'll drink it. 8 ounces of detox per hour. Detox. They should put an asterisk by that. Unlimited water, no food. 1 gallon a day. So I'd only bought 1 gallon. Probably a good thing, because they're going to have to check the dates on those.
What if you go back tomorrow and they've cleared them all out? Because they're
I have to go to another Publix. We've got 2 within like 3 miles. Lose weight and rejuvenate. We'll see. So detox, rejuvenate, good health for all. This is the company apparently. Or no, that's their trademark. This is the company. Arden's Garden fruit juice and detox. I don't think those go together, but okay. 1 gallon a day. Let's go back and look at, and you can see, I mean, this is organic juice. The pulp is in here. Let's look. Perishable, right? Blah, blah, blah. Oh, interesting. Toxins and hydrating cells with nutrients that repair, rebuild, and regenerate. I'm pretty sure that any study you pull up and look for sugar, it will tell you that actually causes inflammation of your cells. So regardless if it's fruit sugar. What we got? 8 to 12. Okay, I want to talk about that. 8 to 12 ounces every hour.
Till this whole thing is gone? In 1 day?
Yeah. I'm going to be...
How many hours will that take?
We're going to talk about frequency when we finish this.
Okay.
I have calculated. I'm going to do 12 ounces. It's going to take us 10 hours. Because it's 128 hours. It's a little over 10 hours.
That'll be 7 o'clock tonight.
It is 9:05, so I'm going to pour this in just a quick... Yeah, exactly. Listen to this. Drinking additional distilled water. Is that not interesting? It can't be sink water. It can't be purified water. It can't be spring water.
Certainly can't be Florida tap water.
Not where we are. Every 2 hours. Enhance. Okay, every 2 hours. So I'm going to have multiple timers going on. All right, here's what we got. Distilled water, right? Grapefruit juice. Okay. We have used that in kombucha before. Orange juice and lemon juice. You know what I wish we had with this? I even thought when I told you the first time I found it, there would be turmeric in it. And I thought, well, okay, maybe.
Is there not?
No.
There's no turmeric in here?
I was like, well, maybe it does cause a little bit, it does pull a little bit of inflammation out of your cells.
Look at all these pitiful vitamins you're getting.
Pitiful. When I could just eat a pound of meat, of red meat. Okay. I wish we had a glucometer. I would love to test my insulin. What? What'd you see? 12
carbs per serving?
Because it's all the juice. It's only 37. The rest of it's distilled water. It's only 37% juice. Shake it up, baby. Okay, what does this say? Manufactured according to FDA requirements to meet an A5 log reduction. That's interesting. I don't know what that means. I would have to look that up. But it is manufactured in Atlanta. Let's.
Can we just say that we're going to start this science experiment by asking you, what do you think you will get out of this?
A lot of acid reflux, although the distilled water every 2 hours might tamper that down. Probably a lot of frequency in the restroom. I don't know which, but as much water as I drink anyway, I'm up and out. I like to cut my liquid off at 7. We're going to push it.
You better get going then.
We're going to push it to 9 today. Hang on. Let's see what this smells like. It should smell good, right? It's just juice.
One would hope.
Yeah, it smells a little bit like orange juice mostly. I was thinking, I told Jules, I don't buy into the fads, but I like to do them as scientific experiments. This is just the first time we've actually filmed one. But I've done the whole lemon juice, water, cayenne, pepper crap. That was rough. I did that for a week one time, like 15 years ago when it was all the craze. That wasn't good. Starting to introduce solid food back in was not great. So we're going to see how this goes. And again, we're going to compare it to just good old 2-day water fast. So I'm going to, if you want to hold it, I'm going to still keep going. Let's give it some measuring cup out.
You're so excited about this.
Well, I want to see what's going to happen. I don't believe I will lose weight. I really don't, because...
Did you get a starting weight this morning?
Yes. If this is 37% juice, how, with it being 63% water, on top of drinking distilled water, on top of Julie knowing that I drink at least a gallon of water a day, how in the heck am I even going to lose water weight on this? It seems like my cells are going to be so overhydrated that it's not going to result in any weight loss.
That's your hypothesis. We shall see.
That is the testing hypothesis, yes.
How many ounces?
We're going to do 12. Did I shake it up?
Oh man, the carb count was only for an 8-ounce serving.
Hang on, we'll do the math in that. I'm going to tell you.
You are...
What do you think? What do you think's going to happen? Let me hear your thoughts. There's 12.
I think first and foremost, I'm very grateful I wasn't invited to join this experiment with you.
Julie doesn't buy into the fads, and like I said, I don't either, but I do like to test them. I'm
I would
scientist
have to
at heart.
Regretfully decline this one, I do believe.
Let's do some math, okay? We've got 12 carb per 8. So I don't even want to show this to the camera.
What is it?
Let me do the math twice. Let me do the math
twice. Are we counting carbs here or calories?
We're going to count carbs. This is per gallon for today.
For the whole gallon.
And
right?
Let's preface this by saying Jules and I regularly keep our carb intake 30 and under. And I eat a little bit more
I would say more like for me 20 and under.
Right, but I'm saying, okay, for me, sorry.
So in this whole gallon or one serving? The whole gallon?
This is 1 gallon. I'm going to go ahead and give you the whole gallon. Today.
Oh my God. Now, are you drinking a kombucha tonight?
The old adage of a 1 to 2 to 1.
That would probably be sufficient.
Protein, carb, and fat. That's cool, right? Because that's what I weighed this morning. So that's what I should be.
We don't live like that.
No, we don't. Let me do calories.
Do you drink a kombucha or is that off the counter too?
I'm gonna be strict with it. I'm not drinking my tea this morning. I'm not drinking. Okay, 66 calories. Let's do that. Okay, here's where they're going to get you. It's calorie intake. So it probably work better on females than males. Because,
no, women are.
Males than females because of calorie intake. So you're talking about
you're
my body that works out. Everyone knows your engine of metabolism needs a baseline of 1200. So I just don't think that, given the sugar content, is really going to result in anything. And on top of it, and I'll tell you how I feel tomorrow and the next day with the working out. On top of working out, I'm going to try to keep it consistent with the intensity and the time that I normally do. So let's give this a taste, okay? We'll get one long take here. Even though it smells,
I'm gonna smell it while you're. I'm not gonna take a sip. I just want to smell it.
It's sourly strong of the grapefruit.
Yeah, it sure is.
I'm thinking of the 1980s moms that my mom was, Julie's mom was, with the. Remember the grapefruit diet?
No, my mom never did that one.
You had a half of a grapefruit and water and some other bull crap. But this is straight up like eating a juiced. I don't taste the lemon juice. I don't taste the orange juice. Like a juiced grapefruit. Okay, I've got to get a watch and my phone. I'm going to have to put 2 timers on. I've already had 96 ounces of water, so I have no idea how much water I'm going to have for the rest of the day.
There's no limit, right?
No limit?
To the water?
It says to enhance it, I'm going to do, yeah, it just says additional distilled water every 2 hours.
Okay.
So maybe what I'll do is drink this, fill it up with 12 ounces of water as my timer goes off every 2 hours. Okay. I'm going to have to write out a schedule. Let's go. I'm going to check back in with you shortly.
Never mind my big steak over here thawing.
My timer just went off.
What time is it?
10:18. That's you on there.
Yeah.
12 more ounces. I don't really feel anything after the first hour, good, bad, or ugly. I'm used to intermittent fasting, and so I probably wouldn't have had anything solid by this time either, but I would have had my tea by now. So this is the second hour. I've got a bottle of water as well. I'll start drinking that after we drink this. I got used to the taste as I was getting to the bottom of the 12 ounces. Still not great. Still tastes like almost grapefruit. But the stomach does feel a little bit acidic. Do you know what I mean? Like it feels a little warm in there. Like it's probably, the pH is probably a little bit lower than it should be. So we're going to keep going. I'm not going to check in with you every hour, so we might wait 4 hours or so now. But
we'll be back if anything significant happens.
Yeah, if anything changes, we'll come back soon.
Just consider it like when you're pregnant and you have to go for your glucose test.
Yeah, I know. I wish we could prick fingers. I didn't even think about that, but I don't know where I could get a glucometer. But yeah, anyway, it's, what is it, 10:15, 10:19, second class of the day. Okay, hour 3. I'm upstairs working now. One thing I will tell you, I'm trying very hard to keep following the directions exactly how they are written out on the back of the gallon jug. So I'm only taking the water every other drink, so every 2 hours. And I will say that the back of my throat, even though I've not really been on the phone, not been doing a whole lot of talking, is extremely dry. So the fruit juice is really starting to dry me out a little bit. So I might have to up water intake. Otherwise, everything seems to be okay. Fog has not slipped in yet, even though, you know, it is a low calorie drink, even though the carbs are certainly out there. So we'll check back in as we move along, but yeah, drink 3, everything seems to be okay. Okay, it's almost 5 o'clock. We're at drink 8. Starting to get a little bit tiresome to remember the alarm that goes off every hour. Gosh, I forgot what to tell them. I'm in that state now. I've started the foggy state. I'm a little bit tired. I've got a nagging kind of headache right at the base of my neck, or base of my skull, the top of my neck. I have been doing the water, so I don't think it's that. I don't think it's any dehydration, because frequency is about every 15 minutes right now. But nothing stomach related. My stomach has grumbled a few times. And what else? This was the big one I wanted to tell everybody. I am freezing, and I don't ever freeze, certainly not down here in Florida. We have the temperature on the same degree almost year round. It's a little over 70 degrees today. It feels very pleasant outside, but to me that tells me that my metabolism hasn't even thought about starting up today, and I think I'm very cold as a result of it. So again, in the evening, it's slowly progressed, but now that we're almost at 5 o'clock, even my fingertips are, I'm cold right now. So that's the biggest takeaway right now that I've had. I think 2 more drinks, the way we've got them divvied up, will finish us for the evening. I'm hoping so. I'm hoping to get it done before 7 o'clock because my body's going to need time to recoup before we go to bed. I really don't want to have to get up all throughout the night. So that's me reporting in. 8th drink. Thank goodness the gallon's almost done for the day.
Are you glad it's over?
It's only day 1.
Your last
cup. It gets more sour the more you drink.
Yeah? How are you feeling?
It's done.
Are you still freezing?
I'm tired of drinking fluids. Am I freezing? Not as bad as I was. And I also had a thought, and Julie will probably know more about this than I do. I'm thinking the reason why this is every hour, and thinking about the fruit juices that they're choosing to put in this, it's because your insulin's going to spike every hour and then drop. They're just trying to maintain a normal, I think, a normal blood glucose level.
I don't know.
Anyway, but that's what I'll say. I don't feel any better, and I don't feel any worse. The headache, that kind of tightness, stiffness, that's gone. But I have had more water this evening. I don't think it's going to be a big problem. I'm going to cross my fingers because I might regret it to do another 24 hours. But I am getting the first thoughts of I'm missing food or I've missed food today. My stomach has only grumbled very, very little. I don't even know if I've burped today. I know that sounds crazy, but that just shows you that there's not.
There's no way I could drink that much fluid and not feel waterlogged. Or
yeah, it's 6:53, and I'm going to force this down. This is 20 ounces, so it is larger, but I just had to get it all done. It's larger than what they recommend. They said 8 to 12, but I need to get it down and try to prepare my body to go to sleep. But the fog kind of lifted after I told you from the last time we checked in, and yeah, I don't feel any worse.
Did you say you're not cold now? Are you still cold?
It's better. I'm not as cold as I was. Yeah. So I think that'll do me for today. I will finish this, and you'll see me by the next gallon. We'll try to find one in date tomorrow when I finish the gym. I am going to go to the gym. I'll report back to you on that, and we'll see how day 2 goes.
Good luck.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome back. Day 2. Just finished at the gym. I am now at Publix. We're going to go in and see if we can get another gallon of this stuff, maybe in date. Just quickly, sleeping overnight was fine. This morning, getting up and going to the gym, completely empty, but felt okay. However, the workout was pretty rough. I did make it through normal time and normal mileage. So what I wanted to do was spend the day fasting and do a cardio workout. Tomorrow we're actually going to do a strength workout to see if I feel any different. But yes, definitely rougher today. Beats per minute, I usually hover around 135 to 142-ish, depending on how fast I'm going and what my incline is and how long I'm going. Today we peaked at 159, so that's a little bit high as far as stress on the heart, especially for my age. So we did make it through. We're going to go through another day of this and report in with you. I did drop 4 pounds overnight, and I don't know if you can see, but I drenched sweat today. Sweat came so quickly, and so did the heart rate. Like I checked after a minute and a half because my heart was just pounding, and I was already up to 122, and that's not me. It takes quite some time under normal circumstances for my beats per minute to really get into an elevated cardio mode. So yeah, we'll monitor over the day. Let's go in and get another gallon of this stuff, see if we can make it through another 24 hours, and I'll check back in with you shortly. You must have figured that one out. So we are out of stock. I'm gonna have to go to our another Publix. And end date. Okay, so you saw we found an end date.
What's the date on this one?
21st, January 21st. at our other Publix. Yeah.
You've got a whole month to drink this. What is today? 27th?
Today's 27th.
Of December.
The main reason I wanted, December. The main reason I wanted to come back and have Julie film me was because, I had a change. It started in the shower, and it's happened twice since. It's 8:14 right now, so we're talking about less than an hour. First, I had one of the muscles, I think it was part of my traps, in my neck start to tense and really bear down in the shower. And I was like, ugh, really? I get back downstairs. What's happening?
Pardon the many water sounds. We have the washing machine and the dryer, the washing machine, the dryer, and the dishwasher going. I'm sorry.
Yeah. During dead week, we're trying to get caught up. Come downstairs. I'm putting my tennis shoes on. I don't want to bend over too severely. I bend over to tie my shoe, and the tops of my two abdominal muscles bear down to the point that I can't raise my hands over my head.
It scared me.
And it finally relaxed. Then I get out to the truck to go to Publix to find this, and I get into the seat. So I extend my arm, and my tricep does that. So
why?
I don't like that. You know, this claim that if nothing else, it had a ton of vitamins and minerals, and if it has the right minerals, my muscles should not be tensing at all.
I've never seen you like this after a workout.
Because it does, because I don't do this. Certainly not centered around fruit juice as my.
And it doesn't say anything about taking additional the vitamin content. And that was.
It is not.
Pathetic.
I did take my multivitamin yesterday, but only one. Obviously, this isn't going to substitute the nutrients in red meat or any of the other things that I eat.
Did you talk about in any of your videos how high your heart rate got at the gym?
I did. I told them that. I told Jules back, but I told them when I got out to the truck, to the first Publix. I did also notice they do have like immunity shots and smaller pressed juices, smaller containers, like a 16 ounce. Above this on the rack, because I was looking all around when the gallons weren't replenished. But I can promise you this will probably be a one and done. I'm not going to try this, and I think I can already tell you I'm not going to recommend this. But I'm going to finish it. I'm going to finish the 24 hours. Hunger has completely just gone. Although I did go into Publix and going by their deli section to get to where the kombucha and this was. They're baking fresh bread, and I don't even care about bread anymore, but the smell turned on those receptors.
Did you tell them how many pounds you lost?
Yeah, I did. I told them how many pounds I lost.
That's shocking considering how much fluid you've been drinking.
Yeah, and frequency did slow down. I only had to get up one time before sleep, and then I didn't wake up again until it was after 4:30. So
these are a little bit concerning though, because you never have that kind of a heart rate, and you never have muscle spasms.
The only muscle spasms that I get are sometimes in my thighs if I sit for a long period of time after a hard run.
Yeah, I think that's kind of understandable.
But carnivore wiped restless leg syndrome completely away from me, which I dealt with for years.
I know.
I'm really hoping that doesn't start to come back over this next 24, 48 hours.
You've only got one more day of this, and then a check-in tomorrow, I believe, right?
Right, but now I'm wondering what happens when I do the water only.
We shall see.
I did tell them tomorrow we're going to do strength training instead of cardio, so maybe
you are taking your vitamins. That
I am.
Okay.
Yes.
Because it's a little alarming how.
And of course, if it gets worse over the course of today, we will stop if we think it's dangerous or it is.
It scared me because you got flushed.
Oh yeah,
sweaty.
I was like this, and I could not lift, and I'm trying to stretch it to make it relax, and it doesn't want to relax. It took several seconds for that to happen.
All right, drink up. Is this your first of the day?
It is.
Well, it is because you haven't had the gallon, isn't it?
Right. Is that 12? I can't read this one.
Yeah,
8:12. Okay, so it's 8:18. We get to start a little bit earlier today. Thank goodness. Oh boy, I'm never going to want to drink orange juice again.
I thought you said it tasted like grapefruit juice.
It does, but it smells like orange juice. That's where I'm having the issue. Okay.
Bottoms up.
Still, it's the same price. Still.
Save me that jug. I just put a hole in my kombucha jug, so I need a new one.
Okay, you can have the jug. Bottoms up. Okay. We are on to glass number 3. I'm getting sick of all the fluids. Just got back from the chiropractor. I moved well, so that's good. Nothing seized up, and it hasn't seized up since. I told you this morning. What else? I don't know. I'm going through that midday fog again like I did yesterday. So I'm hoping that clears out after we get into the early afternoon. But yeah, that's, I'm missing food now. I'm starting to miss food now. So we'll get through this.
Have you thought about what you want your first meal to be?
I don't know if it can be that. Yeah, I think it needs to be soft foods. I think it needs to be like eggs or something, because I don't think I could have. I'm just thinking of what my gallbladder might do if you turn around and give it a full solid meal first thing tomorrow after the gym. So I'm thinking maybe some eggs first to kind of see how the belly feels with that. But hopefully, what I was, there it is. I was going ahead and pouring it for the third
Are you drinking
glass.
your water like you're supposed to?
I'm drinking my water like I'm supposed to, and I also have kind of, and I'll share it when I finalize it this evening, but I think I kind of have a meal plan for tomorrow, and I think it's going to be just as much protein as I can shove down my throat to kind of help my body come back from this. It's got me a little bit worried, saying that we're going to do weights tomorrow. I thought that would fare better than doing the cardio, but now that the muscles were doing what they were doing this morning, not sure how I feel about that. So we'll just assess over the course of the day. Like I said, it's only mid-morning. It's not 11 o'clock yet. But yeah, we're going to keep drinking and keep checking back in. So I'm headed to get my last drink of the night. And I got up from the couch and Julie said, "Are you lightheaded?" And I was like, "Well, yes, but also both of my thighs just locked up, like just completely clamped down. This muscle spasming is no joke. It had stopped for a while, but my gosh, this last hour has been rough. It's not yet 6, so we are finishing about an hour earlier, since we got started about an hour earlier today. And I cannot wait for this to be over. This has not been fun at all. So I think what we're going to do is I'm going to pour the last drink. I might have some final thoughts tonight, but otherwise I think I'm going to film tomorrow and incorporate not only where we ended up in weight, but what I'm going to eat to incorporate back into a normal food schedule tomorrow. So we might see that. All right, I'll be back shortly. Okay, we got to talk. All right, guys, good morning. Day 3 was a struggle. So I got up same time, sleep was fine, felt empty. Today's workout was cut off by half. So I actually only did half of my normal workout, normal intensity. BPM got up to 171. I don't know if I've ever reached that type of stress on my heart, which should indicate dehydration, but I don't think that was it. So it shot up just like it did yesterday after being, you know, I wouldn't even call it intense. After being a solid warm-up of a few minutes, I was shooting above 130. So it calmed down. I tried to do it intermittently. I tried to take the stress, you know, do a lot less intense workout, and it still stayed there, hovering in the 160s. And so after 40 minutes, I stopped and then just got on the treadmill and walked. And walking at less than a 4-mile-an-hour speed still shot my heart rate up to 142 over the course of 40 more minutes, which is what I ended up walking to try to get as close to an hour and a half typical workout in the gym that I normally would. And so I burnt a lot less calories this morning. However, I feel like I've done a workout twice as hard as I would do on a typical day with normal nutrition for me. So let's get back to the house. I'm going to shower. I'm going to take you through what I think today is going to be like so that you guys can see what I'm going to do to try to replenish, refuel, and get back on a normal track. So I'm out of the shower. Guys, I couldn't put my clothes on. My muscles were locking up everywhere. The abs started again. My forearm muscles trying to put my legs through the pants. Calf muscles as I was stretching my leg. Like, this is ridiculous. So I'm going to start with liquid.
Did you do something at the gym you don't normally do?
No, not at all.
Okay.
So it shouldn't be doing this. Plus, I took how many milligrams of magnesium last night?
I gave you 500 to both nights.
That shouldn't happen. I'm starting with liquid protein. My goal, let me tell them, my goal today, I don't know, I say this, but I don't know if I mean it. I want to hit the number of grams of protein that were in the number of grams of that stupid cleanse, which was 192. I did lose 2 more pounds, by the way, so I guess we're at 6. We'll go over that.
Lost 6 pounds?
Of nothing. I was urinating every 15 to 30 minutes. That's exactly what that was. That whole lose weight and rejuvenate crap, that's what it was. That's total water weight. I want to hit 192 grams of protein today. I told Julie I wanted it to be the same number of calories, but I don't, because that doesn't even start my metabolism. I want it to be somewhere between, what was it? I think it was 1060 something. I'll go back and we'll put that on the screen of what was in the gallon jug. The goal is to do somewhere between that and 1200 to reach the 190. The 192 grams of protein is the key today. I feel like I'm getting ready to start sweating again. Like, this is hard work.
Look pale though.
I mean, so we're starting with this gold standard. I love gold standard. I've always loved gold standard. Yeah, so we're going to do 280 calories and 50 grams of protein right here off the bat. And then I'm immediately going to go in and do our tea. And let me tell you why. Keep rolling. Because I've got to get some fat in me. And this super creamer with the MCT oil, it's going to be amazing. It only has 1 gram of protein in it, but we're going to be able to get our MCT oil. It's a 3rd ingredient in here. So I'm going to hit the green tea with some of this. We're going to keep a daily tracker.
You're going to drink plenty of water, I'm sure, right?
Plenty of water, yeah. I've only had 64 ounces today. And then I think after that, sometime around lunch, I'll have Jules filming me. I think we'll go to soft foods. So we'll probably try some eggs. And I'll keep you updated on what happens, because I have everything outside of the bladder has been completely shut down. I have not burped. I haven't had any indigestion. I haven't had anything come out of anywhere except urine. And I'm sorry that's TMI, but I want to take you through this journey. I can probably tell you off the bat that if someone was trying to lose weight and not work out with this, you could tolerate it for 48 hours. It wasn't about tolerating it, but you can already see my muscles are starting to shut down simply because it's not used to 0 protein. Like, I don't even know the last time. I probably wasn't even alive the last time I had 0 protein for the day, right? So that's how we're going to start it. I'm going to check back in with you in a couple of hours and let you know how things are going, but we're going to keep a track today. I'll keep a record. I'll show you, and let's see how today goes.
We're beginning to log the recovery process.
I've got my journals upstairs. So I just thought I would write this down real quick before I started. I'm going to try not to chug this either, but I can tell I'm in need of some nutrition for sure. All right, it's almost noon. First solid food I'm having. 6 whole eggs. I need all that cholesterol and all that fat and protein. Cooked in butter. With a 1/4 of a cup of shredded cheese in it, and a tablespoon of sour cream.
Did you salt them?
Of course, yes. Yeah, I did, with the Redmond's salt. So now we're about in the middle of our day, for Julie and I at least. What I've had so far was to shake the tea, and then this. I'm at 900 calories. To give you an example, there were 1,056 calories in that entire jug of juice. So we're at 900 right now, and we are at 104 grams of protein. We had 192 grams of carbohydrate with the juice. So I'm not sure what we're going to do for dinner yet. I'm going to have to sit down and do a little bit of calculating. But yeah, we probably will go closer to the 1200. I'm not so concerned on the 1-to-1 calorie. More concerned about making sure that the protein comes in. Muscles have still been a little bit weak, and Julie tells me I've lost some color, so I'm going to eat this, and I'm going to try to make dinner as meat filled as possible. We have a few different meats in there that I think I'm going to cook. Bacon being one of them. Again, high sodium food, as well as I'm probably going to add in. We have some very good natural pickles, and again, I know that has a ton of sodium in it as well. Julie knows that's an everyday, well, you guys know, that's usually an everyday staple for me for dinner, and I haven't had that in 2 days, and I think that's another part of the problem. So I'll probably add that in at the end of the day too. But yeah, I'll check back in with you if anything changes. Otherwise, I think you'll see me making some dinner and then giving you another tally. Check in.
Have you talked about the muscle spasms you've been having?
Yeah. I told him I could barely get my pants on today. It was worse than it was yesterday. Yesterday, I was just bending over to tie my shoe and my upper abdominals just kind of clenched. But today, everything kind of just, hung up. And I'm not saying that's directly a result of the juice, but it is directly a result of the cleanse by not being able to substitute any food. So, yeah. And that doesn't happen to me. That has not happened to me. I have been running consistently since 2011, high mileage, and that has never happened to me. But this is the first fast that I've done, water or otherwise too. So, yeah, I'm just gonna have to pay attention to the electrolytes today for sure. But that's where we are at, well, it's 11:30 now, so that's where we are in the middle of the day. And I'm going to check back in with you. Everything has been fine. This is so funny, and again, this is probably TMI, but I'm on close to a gallon of water right now, and I've only like had to urinate twice. So my body is trying to keep everything that it can in. So even with the tea and the protein shake, everything's fine. Stomach's fine. I feel a little bit bloated, but that's probably to be expected with the high protein that we're fooling around with right now. So I'm going to see how this sits on the stomach and then kind of go from there. So I'm eating all the meat we have left in the fridge, and I quickly found out that I'm not going to be able to reach the calorie content because I would have had to only drink my protein calories, and I decided not to do that because I had a full liquid day the last 2 days. So we got 6 pieces of bacon here and 3 hot dogs. Those are our favorite hot dogs we've showed you before. This is going to be 980 calories. So that's going to take me, I know, that's going to take me to 1,800, 84 calories, I think, and 150-ish grams of protein. So I was telling Jules, we were figuring out I might have to drink 2 more shakes, but it is, what is it? It's 3:15. I don't know if that I'm even going to be, I don't know if my stomach's going to be hungry enough to eat that, and I really don't want to force it, but I will check back in with you because
How are you feeling?
Tired, a little run down, and I think it's because my body is having to respond to, nutrition, but I've not had anything since the eggs, outside of some water. I did have some water, but I haven't had anything else. And so this will be the first full solid meal. I think I'm going to have a kombucha at least at the end of the night, but if I have anything else to eat, we'll check back in with you, and then I'll give you one more video to break down the calorie and protein for the day. Okay, it's a little after 6. I did not eat anything else. I am having a kombucha to end the night. I did not have that the last 2 nights. We ended up with only 154 grams of protein. I just couldn't eat anymore. My stomach feels like there's a truck sitting in it. What else?
You couldn't drink any more protein either?
No, that's what I'm saying. I have no desire to do that. 1,880 calories, I think, is where we ended up for the day. That does include this, the kombucha, and then the carbohydrates. I believe I calculated right. Calculated 25, including the kombucha.
How do you feel?
Bloated. Not. I don't know. It's funny. I'm hungry, but I'm not hungry. Mm-hmm. Like I want to eat something, but I don't. My digestion's just not moving. It's just. I guess it was just too much. Thought I spaced everything out throughout the day smartly, and maybe I did. But yeah, it's all just kind of sitting in my stomach. Is the way it feels anyway. So a little over a gallon of water I drank today. That's right. Yeah, we're going to try to, Joy and I are flying tomorrow, but I'm going to try to get up and go to the gym. I don't know if that's going to happen because we fly at 6:10, which means I've got to get up at like 3:30, and I don't know if I'm going to do that. But I would like to, because I would like to see how the gym goes. But otherwise, we're going to sign off here tonight, and would not recommend this for anybody with the active lifestyle. Can't tell you that someone who is already overweight or trying to jumpstart, trying to wean themselves off of a big holiday feast, or just simply trying to begin a weight loss journey. If you are not active and you want to start your journey this way and then get into the gym, you might do okay with it because it will not make you want to seek food out. I think the sugar in that has a big reason behind not really caring whether you eat or not, and drinking often enough, every hour on top of the water every other hour, you're going to feel full enough that you probably will get by without breaking that and eating on it. But at almost $20 a gallon, I think, and we will test it in the coming weeks, there are better ways with better results and less severe side effects, let's say, than what I experienced in 2 days. That we will go through. So that's just right off the cuff, my take. I don't think it's worth your $20, but yes, we will explore other options to cleanse and to detox and to fast in the coming new year. Have a good night, guys.